how do we champion our Kenyan policy in relation to different regions in the international space? How you approach the Americans will not be the same as how you approach the African continent because of our shared value, history, heritage. Sometimes our raw materials are the same. Sometimes we speak the same language, the same color. It's not the same as how we approach the Russians, for example, the former Soviet Union. I think that could be an answer that we need to also discuss. So, then I didn't hear so much on digital diplomacy because that's where the world is. You saw the American elections was digitized. I don't want to talk about the Elon Musk, but you will see this is where the elections was carried on digital platform. So the world is evolving, technology is the order of the day. I think more focus on our foreign policy should be on digitalization of our interaction with the international community. Conferencing has been, in fact, what brought the Soviet Union and the US together at some point at the Yalta conference. And like you mentioned, Kenya has become a hub of not just East Africa, but has become a global hub and destination. We are an entry point to East Africa. How do we utilize that position to bring this as a center of conferences, a center for conference diplomacy, just the way Geneva has achieved that status, just the way New York has achieved that status. So to me, Nairobi becomes the new frontier for conference diplomacy. Then we also need to look at the identity of Kenya in the international space. When we, if I give an example of China, there is what we used to call panda diplomacy. Panda, this is an animal in China, it's called panda. So when a dignitary visits China, he's given that panda as a gift. So in essence, it became panda diplomacy. So it was only identical to China. So in my view, there must be something identical to Kenya in our foreign policy. That when you talk about this, whether it can be a Maasai, Shuka, or whatever